Okay, George, it's time to move on to watch number 2. Let's go ahead and get this one broken down and we will start the process. Wow, that is a lovely dial. Really, really nice. Super well preserved. It's in great shape. So this one is marked 9-4. Back of your dial, or back of your case, is a 9D. So that is, 3 months-ish. Not terrible. No reason to think that's not the original. It's a little far, but again, that's not a bad set of numbers. All right, well, that is the disassembly. We're going to inspect everything very closely and look over all the parts and pieces. We're going to put some jeweling into your movement, new jewels, and then we're going to come back and put it all back together. Okay? Okay, George, we are out of the cleaner. Everything is cleaned, inspected, ready to go. I'm going to take another look at your pallet fork just to make sure that it's fit for use. Sometimes these can have fairly substantial gouges in the faces of the jewels, and that was the case with your other watch. I think this one's okay, but I am going to take another close look at it and we'll see how it comes out. But we're going to get started with your reassembly. Okay, George, that's the movement side of the service done. Let's go ahead and check on the time grapher and see how much adjusting we need to do. Be right back, George. Well, I went ahead and sort of preemptively switched out your pallet fork. Basically, I think the old one was pretty much past where it needed to be, and this makes a big difference. It actually helps the performance a lot. We just started. We're only a few minutes in, and already beat error is basically perfect, and rate has to come up a little bit, but amplitude's looking good, going in the right direction. So I'm really happy with where this is going. I'm going to make some adjustments here and get the rate up. But mostly, I'd say we're doing really well. We have to do final adjustments, of course, once we're back in the watch. But approaching 230 straight out of the gate is really nice. So these numbers are going to fluctuate a little bit as I start to make adjustments. But yeah, we're going in the right direction. It's really good. Really nice. All right, let's just kind of bring the rate up just a touch. Okay, well that's the movement build. We're going to go ahead and finish up with the dial and hands, and then we'll get you back in the case. All right, George, we've reached the final moments. All right, well there it is. Your beautifully preserved 1970. This is 70, I believe. That's right. Nope, 69. December 69. Close, but December 69. 6105 8009 resist. US spec, I think, on this. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous example. I mean, the hands and the dial were just absolutely flawless, untouched by moisture. Just a beautiful, beautiful watch in that fisheye pip, which I think really is nice on these. A gorgeous watch. Service went very well. Easy one. These watches I don't believe saw much in terms of service. This one may have been something a little bit over time, but I'm not sure exactly what the story is, so I'm not going to invent a story to go along with it. They're just a little bit of, I would say, tooling marks on some components that kind of give me some suspicion perhaps that it had been serviced in the past. However, that's not a big deal. I think it's a very original watch. Nothing has been changed, of course. Crystal on this, which is a high dome with that good lensing, that gets done by the diffraction of the light. Just really nice. Not much to report. You had a couple little things that needed, of course, to be replaced and redone. So we'll go over those things now. Here's your crystal, and that will come back. There's your gasket from your crown, which, of course, like all of these, is stiff and non-functional. And here's your upper mainspring arbor port bushing, which is now a jewel. And one little piece that both of these watches that you sent me need is a pallet fork. And the reason is that the wear on these faces of these little jewels that are inside of this thing, see if I can actually get that to focus, they get quite worn over time if there is no service done to the watch. And so as a consequence, you have to be really careful about putting it back in and getting good numbers. It will perform, but it increases the friction, which increases the loss of signal. Regardless, everything works exactly as it should. You have a nice, solid crown feel. It feels really nice. Let's take it through the day and date settings here. So we're going to turn over here at midnight, which works exactly as it should. Really nice. Okay, and we can do the quick date setting. Oops, quick date setting. I'm looking at it not through the camera as I'm making it happen. Today is, I think, the 16th. Perfect. Well, George, one of the beauties. I will. I'm cleaning the bracelet now, so I will get that out of the cleaner and back on the watch as it came. You didn't have the correct spring bars for these. These have a large hole for a spring bar. I have some smaller spring bars that will work with what you sent. And so smaller diameter but larger hole. That way it doesn't egg out the hole over time. The smaller spring bar holes don't really work, or pins don't really work in these holes. So we'll get that taken care of and get you a pair. Okay, well that's this watch. About to finish up on the next one. We're just waiting for some parts. So this one's finished, and we'll get this over to you and get things finished up. Okay, thanks so much. Thanks for watching.